KGUN-9 On Your Side First Warning Weather with Chief Meteorologist Erin Christiansen.
Well, live look outside showing we're starting to see a little clearing of our skies, but don't let that fool you into thinking our skies will completely clear out here by tomorrow, because likely overnight we will have some of that dust settling into the low-lying areas of the valley with that cold air sinking. That will help to kind of push down or bring down some of the dust that's been in the air, and then we'll wake up tomorrow and see the hazy view of the mountains once again. But I am happy to report that this is dust and not smoke. We have taken a slew of phone calls and emails and messages on Facebook and Twitter. Is this smoke? And obviously with very good concern, because a wildfire big enough to create this kind of haze in our skies across southern Arizona would be obviously a very, very serious concern. This is not smoke. This is garden variety dust. Sand, just gunk that's in the air. And yesterday we actually had a backdoor cold front that was approaching from the east to blame for all of the wind and the dust in the air. Now that dust being reinforced by an area of low pressure over Southern California. You see this area, sort of this notch in our clouds and rain here. That is where that center of circulation lies of that low pressure. And then just ahead of it, we have some bands of rain, even some rain trying to change over to snow across northern Arizona. Really what we're noticing is that wind and the dust. Maybe a few sprinkles making their way to the ground over Graham and Cochise counties yet this evening. Tucson expect to stay dry, but still fairly dusty and gusty. Here's a look at the current wind speeds and the direction. Okay, so this is showing you the way the wind is blowing too. So that arrow showing it to the east. That means it's moving in from the west or the northwest over the Tucson area. And because the source of this wind has shifted, the direction of the wind has shifted. It was coming in yesterday from the east-southeast. Now it's moving in from the west-northwest. So that's not really going to determine whether we see the dust again tomorrow. It's just the fact that we're having two different sources just sort of reinforcing the first, and that wind is still going to be an issue here over the next couple of days. I'll show you a series of systems that will continue to keep the wind alive in just a bit. Partly cloudy overnight, still fairly breezy for Tucson. Expect some gusts up to 20 miles per hour, and then the wind returning again tomorrow with a high of 75, the wind gusting again in that 20 to 25 mile per hour range. So expect to see that haze in our skies across most of southern Arizona. Marana, you'll be at 76, the same for Casa Grande, 75 Sells, 74 Green Valley. Low 70s for Benson and Douglas, but 64 for Bisbee. So gusty and dusty yet again Friday as the jet stream, the strongest winds of the atmosphere, will be right overhead. And that high pressure over California really just helping to bring that air back down to the surface. So unfortunately, we're not seeing any drastic changes yet. And more storms in the eastern Pacific. Just a series of systems lining up to bring the wind back. So oh, I know you're already grimacing at me. Here's the 7-day forecast. We are expecting gusting winds again Saturday evening through Sunday. So a couple of days more wind. If you still see that dust hanging in the air, best idea is just to stay inside until that completely clears for your health.